Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring Twas, the role-playing game before Christmas. If you haven't seen part 1 of my review, please check out the playlist in the description below. In this role-playing game, the player characters participate as living toys. They have been animated, and they are on a quest to rescue Santa Claus from the evil Krampus. This time we are going to talk about character creation. So as I mentioned, the player characters are all toys. They have been brought to life by Santa Claus's magic, and it is up to them to save Santa Claus from the Christmas devil Krampus. But his impish minions are also there to pose threats and obstacles for the player characters. So, before setting out on their epic quest, the players must choose which characters they want to pretend to be for the duration of the adventure. In this role-playing game, the player characters have 4 basic attributes: magic, agility, combat, and endurance. And they also have 3 special abilities, selected from a total of 12 options. When it comes to magic, this is a measure of how much innate magic a character possesses. The higher the score, the more likely a character will be able to cast spells and resist the conjurations of others. When it comes to agility, this is a measure of how athletic and agile a character is. Combat is a measure of how skillful a character is at fighting, whether it be an unarmed combat or wielding some sort of weapon. When it comes to endurance, this is a measure of how physically tough a character is and how much strength they have left. Concerning special abilities, we will talk about those in a few moments. Now, something that is very handy when it comes to this rulebook as a way to start playing right away is that it includes pre-generated characters. You can let the players select them themselves, or you can randomly determine who is going to play which toy. So you have the archer, you have the clown, the fairy, the monkey, the ballerina, the dog, the knight, the ragdoll, the robot, the toy soldier, the teddy bear, and the witch. They all have their own unique abilities and equipment. So for example, the toy soldier is equipped with a bayonet and a rifle, and he has the special ability of bravery and shooting. The witch is equipped with wand and claws. And when it comes to special abilities, she has things such as demon lore, flight, and of course, sorcery. So you can create any toy that you wish. If you want to get started right away, you can choose any of these toys, or obtain them randomly by drawing a card. But you could create any toy that you want. If you want to play as a G.I. Joe action figure, you can do that. Maybe you want to play as one of those PVC anime figures, or maybe as a transformer. It is all up to you. So, if the players decide to create their own toys from scratch, it is recommended that they choose a variety of different special abilities between them. But before then, they will need to determine their strengths and weaknesses. In Twas, strengths and weaknesses are not determined randomly. Instead, the players get to decide what their characters are good at, and conversely, what they might not be so good at. So, effectively, this is a point-buy system in which you get to determine how agile your character is, how good that toy is at combat, if it's a toy with great magical abilities, but you cannot have everything. Like I said, your strength is going to be determined by how many points you spend on a particular attribute, and some attributes will be much weaker than others because you cannot have a character that is good at everything. You could try for a well-rounded approach, but when it comes to the required specialization in some situations, then your character could be lacking in those moments. Now let's talk about special abilities. Each of the toys the player characters play as has a number of additional abilities. This is also true of some of the horrors they will meet as they play through the Krampus Nacht adventure that appears in chapter 8 of this book. So you have things such as acrobatics. The toy is incredibly flexible and able to perform feats of astonishing agility, from backflips and cartwheels to leaping cavernous voids or scaling dizzying heights without a second thought. These special abilities add bonuses to different checks and other effects related to a particular feat or task. There's also charm. The toy is utterly charming and makes friends easily with good-hearted souls. A toy with this special ability finds it easy to get people on side, and does not raise their suspicions, but evil creatures will not be won over by its charismatic nature. There's also demon lore. The toy has a disturbing knowledge of dark practices, demonic rites, and devilish creatures. There's also sorcery. This toy is imbued with the power of sorcery and can cast magic spells from one or more of the 3 spell disciplines that is later on described in this book. There's also strength. The toy is incredibly strong, able to lift enormous weights for a toy and open human-sized doors. In battle, its attacks are more powerful, which means the toy adds a bonus to the damage done by any successful strike it makes against an opponent. A very interesting one is clockwork. The toy is powered by clockwork. Santa's magic means that it can move without having to have its key wound at regular intervals, but as long as there is another toy that can wind its spring tight, a toy with this special ability can employ its clockwork motor in one of 2 ways in battle. The toy can add a positive modifier to both its agility and combat scores for the duration of that encounter. Or maybe, the toy can unleash all the potential energy in its coiled spring in one go, becoming a whirling dervish. In this battle frenzy mode, it will automatically cause 1d6 worth of damage to anyone in the vicinity, friend and foe alike, unless its friends make a point of finding themselves some cover. After doing this, the toy will not be able to engage in battle again until a number of rounds have passed. So as you can see, the toy basically turns berserk. And these are just some of the abilities. This concludes this review for today. In the next part, we are going to talk about how to play the game. I really like the character creation system. The addition of pre-generated toys is great if you want to get started right away. And perhaps with some minor aesthetic modifications, you can use these templates and just reskin them. So the archer could be a crossbowman. Maybe you want to use the plushie toy as some other sort of beast, like a plushie lion. The knight could be a samurai. And I really like the choice of abilities for these pre-generated characters. For example, the ballerina has martial arts as weapons, and she's actually really good at acrobatics and fighting. So you can imagine this ballerina getting wound up, spinning around the battlefield, or rather the kitchen table or the living room, because there are many Toy Story sort of situations in this role-playing game, so you can imagine her kicking some butt. And the monkey, it has bite and claws, and it is quite fearsome. You know how monkeys can get a bit creepy, so all of the choices here are great. Whether you decide to create your own toy or use the pre-generated ones, it's going to be quite fun. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.